Yo, do you want to drop an MGB on shipment? Well, I got you the #1 shipment class setup, the MINIBAK paired up with the riot shield. The MINIBAK is the #1 weapon to be using on shipment because it has a very good TTK. There's not much recoil, you got a lot of mobility, plus the magazine is so big that you literally never need to reload. Ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, this is going to be the #1 setup for shipment. You got the shield on your back, so you're going to be a very toxic player. The entire lobby is going to hate you, but if you're trying to get an MGB, you know, you got to do what you got to do. For the tactical and lethal, I found myself always doing the best with the Semitex. Some people like to run the frag grenade, but I found the Semitex is way better. For the lethal and the tactical, what I like to personally run is going to be the Semitex or the stim. The drill charge is actually very good for this map. Say the enemy is camping inside one of the crates and you need to kill them, you can literally just throw your drill charge onto the crate and it shoots through it and blows them up. For the tactical, the stim, I like this one just because there's a lot of engagements where you're about to die, you can pop that stim and then you're ready for that gunfight, so it does come in clutch a lot of the time. For the perks, just to make sure I don't run out of ammo, I'm running the scavenger, but if you don't really care about that, then I would honestly run the bomb squad or the battle hardened. For the second perk, we're just running overkill just because we want to run that shield on our back if we want to be a normal non-toxic annoying player. For this perk, I'll probably swap it out for the double time or the battle hardened or the bomb squad. And then for the second perk, I really recommend you guys to run the fast hands. It allows you to reload a lot quicker. With the MINIBAK, you don't really need to reload that often, but when you do need to reload, your guys going to be able to reload it very quickly, and then you use like your equipment and your lethals a little bit quicker. For the last perk, I really recommend you guys to run the quick fix. This pretty much regenerates your health to the full value right after getting a kill, making the feeds very easy to accomplish. For the field upgrades, I'm usually always going to be running the battle rage. This pretty much turns your character into like a super soldier. Like, it is actually really hard to die with the battle rage. Typically I will pop it when I'm very close to the nuke just to make sure that like no nades or nothing like stupid can kill me. For the second field upgrade, I'll run the munitions box if I need the ammo, or sometimes I will run the trophy system. If the enemies are being annoying and they're spamming flashes or gas grenades constantly, the trophy system is probably the one that you want to run. With all that said though, here is the MINIBAK, and the first attachment I recommend you guys to add is going to go over to the no stock, and you want to add the stock list. This is going to add a lot of mobility to the weapon. There is a lot of cons, like I'll show you guys in the firing range. There is going to be a lot more recoil on the weapon, so if that does annoy you, you can just run this stock instead. This gives you pretty much everything that the stock list gives you, just not like as much, but you're not having as much cons. So with the stock list, you guys will see this weapon is bouncing a lot, but we are going to be running a muzzle that's going to severely reduce that, and so it shouldn't be a problem. Which the muzzle I recommend you guys to add is going to be the BRUEN Pendulum. The other stocks, I mean the other muzzles are pretty good. I just found that this one was the best. When we take a look at this thing in the firing range, you guys will see this thing is way easy to control. Still is a little bit of bounce, but we're on shipment and the engagement shouldn't be that far. And then you guys will see I'm still beaming people across shipment, and that's how I got like the double MGB. For the tuning on here, we're just going to increase the recoil stabilization. That's going to reduce the horizontal recoil on the weapon. And then for the bottom bar, max out that gun kick control. This is going to give you the most amount of vertical recoil control, and so now when we go test this thing out, not too noticeable, but this thing is a little bit more of a beam, and that's going to allow you to beam them across the map. For the next attachment, I know a lot of you guys don't like the lasers. I was trying to stray away from them, but on shipment I really recommend you guys to run the OLEV laser. This is going to severely increase the mobility, and then we're going to get a lot of aiming stability, reducing all the sway on the weapon. For the next attachment, we are going to be going over to the rear grip, and you want to add the TRUE-TAC grip. This is going to also increase the overall mobility of the weapon, making it a little bit better for rushing. We are going to be losing a little bit more recoil control, but honestly I didn't really notice that. Then we're going to tune this, and then it's going to make the weapon feel a lot better. We are going to be losing some of our recoil control, but I really didn't notice any loss, and so I'm perfectly fine with running the TRUE-TAC grip. Say you think the mobility is perfectly fine, you don't really need more mobility, then I would run the Ivanhoe. This is going to allow you to stay on target a little bit easier when the enemies are shooting at you. For the tuning, we're just going to increase the ADS speed. This is going to make the weapon a little bit snappier. I was going to reduce the horizontal recoil by increasing the recoil steadiness, but since we added that muzzle, I found that we don't really need it. And then we're also going to be using like this one magazine grip thing that is also going to increase the recoil stabilization. For the bottom bar, you just want to increase the sprint to fire speed by -0.31. The aiming idle stability is already super good because we got the laser on there. For the last attachment, you want to run the MINIBAK grip mag. This is going to increase that recoil stabilization, allowing us to stay on target a lot easier, which we are losing ADS speed, but we just tuned the rear grip to give us more ADS speed, so you shouldn't really notice that. So now when we take a final look at the build, you guys will see there is a lot of mobility. We got a pretty good ADS. It is a little bit slow, so if you want a faster one, there is one attachment you can swap out for something else, and I'll show you guys that in a second. But when we take a look at the recoil, very easy to beam the enemies, and then there is a very good strafe speed. Make sure you guys are always strafing in your gunfights, gives you that rotational, and plus you're going to be a way harder target to hit, so make sure you are always strafing in your gunfights. Here's a screenshot of the class, and then in case you don't want to run the MINIBAK grip. Yeah, you can also just run like an optic. The optic I recommend is the Corona Mini Pro. For the tuning, just to reduce the visual recoil, you just want to make it farther away and then increase that flinch resistance. So here's another great setup. What you guys can also do is take off that optic, then you can go over to the ammo and add the armor piercing, so then it adds like FMJ to your gun, and then you can tune it for damage range and bullet velocity, making the weapon feel a lot better. So here's another great setup. And then if you are playing on like a little bit of a bigger map, you might want to add the back barrel. This can increase that damage range by a ton. For the tuning, we're just going to increase the horizontal recoil control. The strike speed's already pretty good, and then for the bottom bar, we're just going to increase the ADS speed because it's honestly pretty slow with this barrel. So here's like a ranged MINIBAK, and then I hope you guys do enjoy the gameplay. I got 69 kills in a row. It was an absolutely insane gameplay. Freaking menace. I know where they're spawning. Dude, I feel like a freaking asshole. Not as much as I do with the shield, though. I mean, with my shotgun, though. Dude, when we're using the shotgun with the shield, dude, that was so messed up. Just ruining everyone's day. They probably wanted to uninstall after that. I swear I just heard someone's footsteps behind me. Okay, we got the advance, so it should speed up. Yo, what are you doing, buddy? I kind of want to add a suppressor to this gun, but the gun's better without a suppressor. It's just the suppressor makes it feel like a new weapon. Twisted Tea review? Ooh, that shit, that was the first alcoholic drink I ever drank, and I was like 12 years old. 4 Locos are the best, they're like $3. Dude, that shit f***ed me up on the 4th of July, like way too much. I had 3 Happy Dads, and then I had that, and I was like, I was gone, completely gone. Yo, is that a member? Yo, Akuma, level 2 member, oh my god, 2 back-to-back level 2 members? For you guys, you could? Dude, that has never happened. That is a weird bug. Because I literally had it on the wrong screen. My mind... dude, what? Because I thought it was still... Okay, you just switched? So it seems like for... Okay, I don't know. Okay, I was just gonna say, let's get a nuke. And then, right when I was like stuttering and trying to say that, boom, we get the Juggernaut, let's go. But I need a better map. I mean, I need a better mode for it to be a YouTube video. And then when you guys were saying you just switched, I was like... Yeah, I just switched it to the main screen, right? Well, we might actually be able to get like a 40 or a double. What sensitivity? Do exclamation point sense. But I play on 0.6. I mean, I play on 6.6. With the 0.95 ADS multiplier. I don't know where any of the enemies are. He's AFK. One enemies. Where are you guys at? Did they all leave the game or are they just done? Oh, 55. We're about to get the double, boys. Is that the double? Ah! Oh, we might beat X-Pro and BZ's. No, I don't think we are. We're close to beating his record. We're on 65. I think his record's like 107. A double. Dude, imagine a triple. That'd be crazy. No, f we died. That was like a 70 gun streak. Let's go, boys. Yes, it's an easy lobby, but how well can you do in the easy lobby? Let's go. And I almost forgot that. Oh my god, boys. The double. The double. That was almost a triple. Let's go, boys. 69 kill streak. Let's go. 72 and 4. Oh. I bought a yours today. Penny all year like bird.